Are you having a hard time where things just don't feel like they're in alignment for you? It feels out of balance. No matter how much you try, things just will not align for you. A lot of us were taught that we have to push, chase, and force things to happen. But that's not how true alignment works. You have to allow things to meet you where you are. So this means you getting yourself positioned and then allowing things to come to you. Forcing things may be, consider that forcing things may be forcing something that's not meant to be. And you pushing, chasing, and forcing is going against something that's trying to get you to redirect. The affirmation for today is everything aligns for me. Everything aligns for me. I know, like I know that things align for me. And in that spirit, and saying it that way and knowing it that way is letting things line up for you. It's having the faith that things will meet you when you put your effort in. You do your part and then let things work for you. That's the affirmation. Everything aligns for me. The somatic practice is slow rhythmic breathing. A lot of us are in this fight or flight survival mode so often that we're not allowing our nervous system to regulate. Being calm and having a regulated nervous system is a very big part in showing and sending a signal that you are okay with things meeting you where you are, that you are allowing things to work for you. If your nervous system is going haywire, you're going, chasing, doing, forcing, you're saying and giving a signal that I do not trust the process. So if you don't trust the process, how can things truly align for you when you're forcing them to happen? If it's not working, that means there's something off. So we need to make an adjustment, right? If things aren't going the way we think they should, this is an indication that there may be an adjustment that needs to be made. So lean back. Maybe you're leaning too far into what you're doing. Allow yourself to lean back and allow information to come to you. Allow things to meet you where you are, and maybe a little bit of time will show you what you need to know so that you're able to get into alignment and allow things to come to you. It requires being in that calm state. So our somatic practice is slow, rhythmic breathing. So we're going to close our eyes and we're going to breathe in for 4 and out for 8. And use this as a daily practice so that you're able to get in a system, create a frequency of calmness where your nervous system is calm, you become more aligned, and in that alignment, more information comes. In that alignment, things meet you where you are. So it requires you doing that work physically of keeping your nervous system regulated. The visualization is visualize puzzle pieces clicking together. You know, before we get into that visualization, think about when you were young and you had to put a puzzle together. When you tried to force pieces that may have looked like they match, but the shape wasn't the right shape. We tried to force it together because you're like, these colors seem like they go together, but it wasn't a right match. And if you tried to put that piece there, the puzzle wasn't going to come together properly. You had to take that piece off and find the proper piece. So forcing things and doing, just constantly putting that force on it is essentially the same thing as trying to fit a piece of the puzzle in the wrong place. When you may need to take that piece of puzzle back, sit back and relax for a minute, and then you may see the part that may have been obviously right in front of you. But because you were so busy trying to force that puzzle piece in there, you couldn't see that the puzzle was not being put together properly. So you had to take it away and lean back and just ponder for a moment. So the visualization is visualize puzzle pieces clicking together, things coming together in the proper manner. And they're always coming together in the proper manner when you allow and don't force things to do that. The more we force things to happen, the more damage we cause. Because if it's supposed to fit, it will. But if you have to force it, then you're creating damage. You're doing damage by forcing. So sometimes we need to lean back. So visualize puzzle pieces clicking together. The journal prompt is, what is currently aligning? What is currently aligning? So take a look at the things that are currently aligning in your life and think about how you're feeling in that alignment. What's happening inside of you? Do you feel calm about the situation? Is there it could even be where you don't even think about it. It just works out because you've been doing it. You trust the process and it works out every time. So think about that and compare that to times when things are not aligning. How does your body feel in each situation? Are you stressing over things not working? When the things that are working, you're not stressing, you're just allowing them to work for you because you believe and you have the faith that they will. Whether it's something new or something old, you just know that it's going to happen. You don't doubt it, and it does. So that's a whole different type of energy than forcing something to happen. The practice for today is stop forcing outcomes. So for today and moving forward, stop forcing outcomes. Stop forcing outcomes. We have been taught that you have to make things do what you want them to do. And that's not necessarily what it is. There are seen and unseen things that are working for you. If you saw the video before today, so you have to allow those things to do their job. You plant the seed, you water it, give it the proper sunlight, and you allow your plant to grow. You don't keep messing around in the sand and forcing your plant to grow. You'll kill the seed. If you overwater it, you will kill your plant. So you have to plant your seed in the proper environment, allow it to grow by giving it the proper sunlight, the proper moisture in the soil, and just let it do what it's naturally, organically going to do. The timing is not the same for each and every plant, but if you allow it to have the proper situation, environment, if you keep on maintaining that plant, the plant is going to grow. Same thing. Don't force outcomes. You plant your seed, you maintain, and then you allow it to grow. Your alignment is when you're planting your seed in the proper moisture, dirt, soil, giving it the proper water. You doing your part, and then you're allowing it to grow. Leaning back, allowing it to grow. And then guess what? If that plant does not grow properly, then we are now we know this wasn't the right environment. It didn't have the enough sunlight, enough water. You know what you need to adjust so that you can now, plant another seed for another plant. But if you continue to force it, that's why a lot of people, and this is a little off the subject, but that's why a lot of people can't have plants. They don't have plants that live long because they keep trying to water it every day. They want to put it on their cycle, their system. I want this plant to grow, so I'm going to give it water every day. But what if the environment is too cool and it doesn't need water every day? What if the environment is really hot and it needs more water? What if the house just doesn't have enough sunlight coming in and you need to put it next to a window? What if you need to move it back because it's too much sunlight? See the necessary adjustments that we have to make and not get stuck in the way that we think and feel about things, forcing outcomes because we want it to go a certain way. You got to lean back and trust the process. So that's the practice. Stop forcing outcomes. The tip for today is some lavender oil. Put some lavender oil in your diffuser and just let it infuse the air, bringing a calm environment. And in that calm environment, allow yourself to relax, allow yourself to breathe, and just woosah for a little bit. Sometimes we gotta lean back. Everything needs a resting phase. Everything has a resting phase. You can't just do without resting. Proper maintenance and resting. So that is our holistic tip for today, the lavender oil. I will see you all tomorrow. Thank you for liking and subscribing to my channel. Peace and love. Mwah.